Good morning everyone, it's me again Mr. Sam. Welcome to Unit 14 of our lessons. Today we're going to learn about prepositions and also about simple form of the verbs, present participle and also past participles. So again, the same and similar advice, check your e-learning, do your assignments and submit them, and stay away from the virus. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Unit 14, The African Economy. That's our title today. Oke, kali ini kita akan belajar tentang preposition, tapi juga ada tentang verbs, simple formnya. Kita juga belajar nanti tentang present participle dan juga past participle. Oke, kita cek ya. Snapshot. Oke. What do you know about the following activities? Tourism, trade, farming, mining, manufacturing. Yeah. Have you ever participated in any of these activities? Which of these activities can be found in your hometown? Do you know people who work in any of these economic activities? Ya, jadi kita tentang ekonomi ya sekarang. Pernah terlibat langsung atau pernah tahu ada keluarga yang di sana? Coba sekarang kalau ada yang pernah pengalaman, kalau ada yang punya keluarga bekerja di bidang-bidang tersebut, coba di chat room sebutin. Mungkin ada yang mau diceritain sedikit juga boleh. Ya. Oke. Bisa di-pause dulu videonya. Oke. Kita lanjut ya. Oke, ini reading kita menurut saya cukup menarik, and it's about African economy ya, the African economy. Pertama saya akan baca dulu, yang lain bisa di lower volumenya atau dimatikan. Kalau mau baca sendiri silahkan ya, sambil cek vocabulary yang udah kita pelajari sebelumnya. Oke, ada 4 halaman untuk reading ini, tapi don't worry, akan ada gambarnya juga. Oke, I'll start. Although Africa is a continent that is rich in resources and raw materials, a large part of its population lives in poverty. The standard of living has improved in the last few decades, but income is very low, still very low. Africa relies heavily on farm products and minerals as a source of income. Farming is the most important economic activity and a way of earning money for the people of Africa. Almost 70% of its population work in agriculture. Most of their continent's population depends on staple crops, food that people need in order to live, and on which their diet is based. These include corn, sorghum, rice, and wheat, as well as potatoes, fruit, and vegetables. Cash crops are grown on large plantations and exported to other countries. They include cocoa, bananas, and coffee. In many African countries, food production cannot keep up with the increasing population. This leads to critical food shortages. Some African countries have turned from being food exporters to food importers in recent years. However, most of them do not have the money and capital to import food from abroad. In addition, climate change and droughts contribute to hunger and starvation in many parts of Africa. Livestock is raised in all parts of Africa. Sheep, goats, camels, pigs, and other animals are kept for food and skins, and they are used to work the land, and the larger animals provide transportation. Mining. Africa is rich in minerals and raw materials. The continent has large deposits of copper, golds, phosphates, platinums, and minerals. Diamonds, golds, and coal are produced in South Africa, which has the most advanced mining industry in Africa. Nigeria is Africa's largest oil-producing country. Bauxite and phosphates are mined in Morocco. While the countries of Africa have many resources, they do not control the world markets. Most African countries do not process their own raw material, but export them to developed countries. You see a picture of African raw materials here, but let's check manufacturing. Industry is a new sector of the African economy. Most industries were set up after the countries became politically independent. During the colonial period, many African countries received their finished products from Europe, often at a high price. While foreigners own many of the manufacturing companies in Africa, the number of young African businessmen opening up such companies is increasing steadily. And last page, tourism. Tourism is a leading source of income in at least some African countries. Millions of people from around the globe visit the historic sites of ancient Egypt, Others travel to the mountains of Eastern Africa or go on a safari in one of the game reserves in Kenya or Tanzania. Despite the potential of the tourism sector, many African countries need to seriously improve their transportation system because good transport is an essential part of the tourism business. Transportation is fully developed in many African countries. Only the middle and upper classes own cars. Many Africans go on foot or use buses and bicycles. Air transport is only well developed in the places that attract the most tourists, such as Egypt and Kenya. Although I cannot assure you this is the latest situation, but this is just our reading material. Trade. In the past few decades, international trade has ignored most African countries. While many countries export their farming products and minerals, they must import the majority of the industrial products, the high-tech goods, as well as the energy that they need. This situation has not improved in the last 40 years because Africa exports only raw materials and food and imports expensive products. Alright, let's take vocabulary here. The first one, staple crops. Food you grow that you need to live, such as rice, wheat, corn, potatoes, and cassava. Shortage, not have enough of, like kekurangan. Game reserve, large area of land in which wild animals can live safely. Cash crops, food that is grown in order to be exported and earn money untuk diekspor. Developed countries, tadi sudah ada developed countries, ada developing countries. Livestock, animals such as cows, goats, sheep that are kept on farms. And ini bonus ya untuk vocabulary juga. Verbs, jadi verbs itu ada yang regular, ada yang irregular. Regular itu simpelnya tambah ed untuk simple past dan past participalnya. Kalau irregular itu berubah bentuknya. Best form, to support. Simple past, supported atau verb 2. Past participle atau verb 3, supported juga. Ya, to produce. Change. Create, created. Consider. Decided. Returned. Developed. Irregular verbsnya, to make, made. Think, thought. Pay, paid. Lead, led. Spend. Grow, grown. Choose, chosen. Build. Jadi ada perubahan bentuk ya. Grammar fokus kita tentang prepositions, ada above, on, under, below, outside, inside, in, between, beside, behind, in front of, ya. Coba kita cek. Saya pindahkan dulu. Oke. Prepositions, above, on. Above itu gambarnya. Ya, di atas. The pictures are above the couch. The pillows are on the couch. Kalau on tuh right on something. Kalau above tuh when the two objects are not touching. Above. My right hand is above my left hand. On, my right hand is on my left hand. Under, below. So under when one object is covered by another. Below when one is in a lower position than the other one. Behind, in front of. Jelas. Ya. Depan, belakang. Between, beside, seperti gambar di antara means that the object is in the middle of two other objects. In and inside mean the same thing in most cases. Teddy bear is in the box. The teddy bear is inside the box. Yeah. Oops, I forgot. I'll move it here. Outside, location outside. The rabbit is outside its cage. Alright, thanks, that's it. If you have any question, you can find me on at my email salamsemangat@gmail.com or my Instagram account at salam.mairi. Have a good long weekend for now, but I don't know when you check this out, the video. But anyway, have a good long weekend and